No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
メガネをかけていて腹に傷があるのが花。
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to come back and stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment.
これは、タトゥーがないから、これは花だね、多分。6月25日。
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
これさ、日付とかでさ、検索したりできないのかな。これ何日のだ ?6 月27日。ああ。ダメか。日付じゃ検索できないんだ。あ、それか全部入れなきゃダメかな。94まで。ダメか。どうしよう。幼なじみ。1個だけ
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
これは花。フローレンスの話をしてたときは、4月3日、これはイブ。あとなんだ。流産の話をしたときのは これは花だな。6月25、これは花。これは
They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or
6月
something.
30。
The neighbour called me. I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
流産してすぐのことって言ってるから、花がそう言うんだったら本当なんだろうな。
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
うん。前のキーワードからやり直すか。ザ・ロックとか。これは花だな。これも花だな。ザ・ロックについて語ってるのは花だけ？
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
昔、6月の証言は全部花だ。でも7月に入ってからイブだ。どういうこと？
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
あとなんだ？エリックとか。エリックについて語ってるのも、そうだね。花だね。妻のダイアンについて。6月27。あれこれ、どっちだ？
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
これわかんねえな。6月27はどっちだ？これも、そうだよね。歌ってるのも、花だよね、これ。あ、これ7月1日。あ、いや。
I can't imagine they'd be arguing. They get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work.
これイブか？
Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
1月1日か。あのギター持ってる日さ、タトゥーあるよな。同じ服。多分、あれだよね。イブだよね、どっちも。
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap? No. No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
うん。
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
私のギターよ。
You want me to play something?
7月1日。
Okay. Probably needs tuning. No. It's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair.
バーっていうかパブで歌ってたのは、イブだから、これは間違いなくイブ。タトゥーもあって歌えるからこれはイブでしょう。間違いなくね。7月1日はイブ。6月27日がどっちかってなると、こうなってくると花だよね。多分6月27日は。で、イブは7月に入ってから。他になんか動画あったっけ？なんか、ある？アルバイトとか。アルバイトしてたのは、花。あ、ガラス屋でバイトしてたのが原なんだ。花はガラス屋か。エリックのとこね、バイトしてたのが花で、イブは歌ってたんだ。パブで。ずっと歌ってたって言ってたわ、そういや、生活費のために。ということは性病で気分が落ちていたっていう話があったんだけど、性病はググったっけ？
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time.
7月3日だから、これは、
I was depressed. Was still pretty sick of the STD.
これイブだね。
When I came down one morning, they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I slept through it. Both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate.
キノコが原因。
Dad was a mushroom expert. He used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognize them. There's no way you would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic. No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It was like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers, drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
裏切った。いないか。まあこれになるよな。あとは朝か。
Bruise? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. It hurt like hell. The bruise.
あ、
I have
27
a really
日。
fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes.
6月27日、こっちだ。
I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body. I...
ね。
parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. Dana?